Hey everybody, I'm Grit.
And I'm Den. In this video, we want to talk about the big announcement Blizzard made, letting us know that they are going to be revealing a new expansion on August 6th at Gamescom. We find it a little interesting that Blizzard has decided to introduce this new expansion at Gamescom instead of at BlizzCon. In the past, it's always been at BlizzCon. And they're switching up this time, presenting it in Cologne, Germany.
When you announce something at BlizzCon, you're going to get all the fanboys cheering no matter what the expansion is. But if you're at Gamescom, you're going to have all sorts of media. There won't just be Blizzard fanboys. So they'll have to bring their A game for sure.
Well, I think it's great that they're trying to expand beyond the fans they've already established. They've already got WoW lovers, Blizzard lovers. I think it's great that they're taking a risk and going to a different audience, and hopefully that's an indicator that they have a lot of confidence in what's to come. This new announcement definitely has me feeling like Blizzard has been all over the news lately. It's all gamers can talk about, though that's not necessarily a 100% positive thing because they're still riding a big media wave right now. They're getting a lot of feedback on the internet about Warlords of Draenor. That's still a pretty hot topic with a lot of gamers. And people have been voicing their complaints about that. And now you have this new fresh announcement about a new expansion to come. They're still riding the wave of negative feedback as they're introducing this new content.
Well, I certainly think that Blizzard knows that they've really messed up here. They're backpedaling out of WoD. They know that they announced a bunch of stuff at BlizzCon 2013 that they couldn't deliver. It's only been 9 months since Warlords of Draenor has been out. And already they're 2 patches in, and here comes the next expansion. They definitely know that they've messed up.
Well, I know a lot of people made accusations that Blizzard didn't spend enough time on WoD, that it felt like it was rushed. What was supposed to be ready at the release of the expansion wasn't ready to go for players. Hopefully, this isn't an indicator that now they're just trying to rush out another expansion and make the same mistakes. Hopefully this is an indicator that maybe they were pulling some of that manpower from WoD, which certainly seems evident just with the quality of the patches and the material that's been available to players. Hopefully it means that manpower that we felt wasn't spent on WoD was instead being spent on preparing this new expansion to be released.
With that being said, it's going to be $50 to buy the expansion, or I assume that it is. So $50 per account plus the $15 sub. Is this going to be a yearly business model for Blizzard? Is this something that we should be really excited about, that there is a brand new expansion going to be happening every year? Or, is $65 too much to ask for 2 patches and then another expansion?
I feel like what this expansion has to show, and really even just what we see at Gamescom about what's coming with this new expansion, is really going to help us get a better idea of how to feel about this. Because if it does become this yearly model of constantly cranking out a new expansion every year, if Blizzard proves that they can hold to the content and it can please their players at that pace, then, by all means, go ahead. More content is more content. I'm not going to complain about that. But if we keep saying the same mistake, I feel like it's a recipe for disaster.
Recently, I made a video about the Dark Prophet leak. I have seen other rumors of Blizzard copywriting the phrase Council of Glades. Is that going to be the title? Is the Dark Prophet going to be the expansion content? Is our South Seas expansion that we've been expecting going to happen or not? All of this is going to be determined at Gamescom. Are we going to continue to follow Gul'dan and the Burning Legion, or are we going to get a fresh storyline out of this?
I know for me, what really pulls me into WoW has a lot just to do with the storyline that they give me, and honestly, the setting that they give me to be playing in. A lot of other WoW players were very critical of the Mist of Pandaria expansion. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was beautiful. The Oriental design was something different than what you had seen anywhere else in WoW. And for that reason, I really could get into it. And I felt like I had a fresh character. I wasn't just drawing on old material. A lot of people got excited, at least at first, about Warlords of Draenor because it was drawing on all these beloved characters from Warcraft lore and from expansions past. For me, that mostly delved back into an era of WoW from before I started playing it. So to me, instead of being something to get really excited about and sentimental about, I mostly just got confused. If we're going to see something along the lines of like a South Seas expansion coming out, then more than likely I'm still going to have to deal with getting a little bit lost in lore that goes deeper than my knowledge. But what I would really enjoy seeing, what I would really like to play, is another fresh game like what we got with Mists of Pandaria. Something really creative, something where they can really just try new things in terms of what the setting looks like, what the characters do, the way they interact with one another, the different plot lines we're examining. That's what I would really like to see.
Well, I'd really love to see the garrisons gone. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of having the followers have all the fun for me. Bellular Gaming pointed out, you are the quest giver now. You establish these outposts and you establish these cities and garrisons and give your followers the fun. I think that is a perfect example of how Warlords of Draenor has wrapped up for me. I want to be the adventurer again. I don't want to be the commander. I would love to be back in Azeroth where, there are key lore figures that are sending me on quests. That's fine. I don't need to be their companion. I don't need to be on their level. It is far more fun for me to be able to just go and see a quest and maybe be a part of an ongoing story that I may or may not decide the outcome. I know what Blizzard was trying to do with the garrisons, and I get it. They want to put more importance in your hands. I understand that they removed flying, for Warlords of Draenor to bring it back to the old days, to bring out world PvP, which I'm all about. I'm a huge PvPer. But they really messed up with the garrisons by phasing it all out. So, because Warcraft is now a queue-based game, you sit in your garrison and wait for the queue to pop. It basically feels like there is no one else playing Warcraft with you. I would like to see us go back to Azeroth in this new expansion. I would like to see a South Seas storyline. And I would like to see Blizz devs and designers maybe work on some armor. This Warlords of Draenor armor garbage that they're putting out, they think that they can get away with putting out nonsense in hopes that we will just transmog over it. All of the old, good, designed armor is from previous expansions, and I think they know it.
Like Mists of Pandaria. I loved my Mists of Pandaria armor. I still love it.
In a lot of the leaks, there's been talk of a new class, a new Shadowstalker class. I'd really like to see that, or I'd like to see or a new race even. That would be awesome. If we could play as the Naga or the Ogres that they've been talking about forever, that'd be great. I'd love to see, somebody that's like the pandas that are neutral faction.
Well, I can say that that's a big attraction to me too. Again, as a fairly recent WoW player, I enjoy learning about the lore, and I'm open to the storylines that happened before I played WoW. But at the same time, sometimes I feel a little lost. Like I don't have my roots in that part of WoW. So anytime there's going to be a new race or a new class or something, that's a chance for me to be one of the first players, for me to be a part of the beginning of that storyline. We'll be sending in our wish list to BlizzClaws.
Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. Dan and I love the feedback, and we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, so hit that subscribe button. We're definitely going to be following this WoW expansion train for sure. And plus, there's always more to see. And leave feedback below as well. Don't forget the comment section. We talked about what we're hoping to see, what we're hyped about with this new expansion. Leave a comment and let us know what you're thinking and what you're going to be looking for. And we always take the likes and the dislikes as well. We'll take either one that you give us.
Thanks so much for watching.